Okay, Georgia 3-0 defeat against Bath. What would you make of today?
A poor performance from us, especially when Bath went a goal up. We said to our group how dangerous they were in terms of they'll stay in the game, and if you give them a chance, they're going to take it. And we weren't organized, and we considered the first, and it's always a deja vu situation where you say to the group, if you do concede, which we are going to at some stage in football, but can you ensure that you see the half out, and then we can talk about it at halftime. We can give them tactical points, and for us to be able to come out in the second half and try to get ourselves a goal and get going again.
Oh, that's a frustrating thing, isn't it? Because first half there wasn't really anything in the game, really. I mean, walked forward, we defensively looked organised. We kept the ball nicely, but without creating too much. Like I say, it was just a one moment we switched off in that, and then suddenly the game opens up. And we're chasing it again.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it as a management team. We've always said to the group, out of possession, you must make sure we stay organized behind the ball. In possession, we have to even more so stay organized behind the ball. But again, that lack of concentration cost us the first goal. And we have to look at it, and we have to look at how we consider the two more goals after that. And the beauty of football is we've got another game coming up on Tuesday, which we'll look at it and we'll try to see how we want to go about our business on Tuesday.
I mean, that's the second goal. I mean, obviously you'd want to get into half time with a goal down, so you're still well in the game. But obviously the second kills you, and it was a pretty poor goal to concede from our point of view, isn't it? With just a ball over the top of the defence.
Yeah, when you give good players time on the ball, they'll pick good passes, and if you don't mark and you don't communicate, which is part of being those principles that makes you be organized, out of possession, communication, body shape, making sure you can see the offensive player, and making sure you can also defend the space. But again, we'll have a look at it, and we'll try to help our players with some of the video clips who have in-house. It's part of our job to ensure that we keep educating them in this manner to ensure that those goals, those poor goals, we don't concede them anymore.
That's it. It must frustrate as well the fact that last week we had to come back from a goal down. With the boys show character very quickly, but today, just as soon as the first goal in, it just didn't seem to work. Everything just seemed to start going wrong for whatever reason. Obviously, when you miss a penalty as well, that seems to sum up the day. That it's not going to be your day, doesn't it?
Well, it's about taking your chances in both boxes. I thought there was a spare where we was on top, and we didn't manage to convert our chances. And they've gone in the other end, and they've converted their chances. About how well you're organized and how good you finish in both boxes, and that's the difference. And they've done that to their credit to Bath, and we wish them well, and we'll go home, we'll dust ourselves off, we'll look at the defeat. But I must say this. It's better it happens at this stage of the season, so we know where we are. It's a lesson to us. It's a lesson to our group to ensure that when you come away from home, you're playing away from home against good sides. You must make sure we stay switched on throughout the game to ensure that if we don't win, we don't get beat either. But full credit to Bath today.
Yeah, I mean, one of the players I did think probably did come out with some credit, I thought, was Levi Manchi. Obviously, he had to come off in the second half. But what was sort of the matter with him? Was that more precautionary, would you say?
At this stage here, I think it's more of a precautionary moment for us. We got to try and look after our players the best way we can to freshen the squad up as best as we can, because we've got another game on Tuesday. Obviously, the medical department will have a look at some of our players. But it's good to see Chi completed the 90 minutes today for us. Dean wasn't tuned in to play in this game, but that's credit to him. He's got his first 90 under his belt, and hopefully there's plenty more to come from the group. But now we've got to make sure on our way back we have a good think about how we've participated, the part we've played in today's game, and make sure we come back on Monday to work.
Yeah, you mentioned Chi obviously came in for Rafe Brown today. Obviously he was out today. Was it a hamstring injury? Was it that he was?
Yeah, we're still assessing it. Felt some strange feelings on his hamstring, and we didn't want to take too much risk with him, and we don't want to risk any players' welfare on the pitch. And that's why we got a squad to ensure that we can pick and choose from. So it gives someone else a chance, and that person was Chi. Chi had the nod to start today, but that's why we got the squad, to make sure we utilize it as best as we can.
So we've got a chance to obviously redeem ourselves a little bit on Tuesday night, going back to one of your old clubs at Braintree Town. You'll know probably a lot about the place, a lot about the club as well. What are you expecting from that one?
Another very good opposition, very organised at home. It's not going to be any different to the game we've just played now. Braintree, they're a very good side at home, and we know that. And we're going to show them all the respect we can in our preparations leading to that game. But now it's about ensuring that our players recover, and then we'll talk about Braintree when we are next in.
Well, thanks for your time, John. Speak again on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.